Hey, free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. They actually did it. They actually nerfed Gaius. Okay, so I'm not sure whether it is currently in the global server. I'm gonna do a test afterwards, but let's just see what the nerf is about before we actually do the test, right? So we're currently on Itachi Uchiha's channel, who is really quite small. So go ahead and click the subscribe button over here if you ever get the chance to do so. So let's check out what the nerf is. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip a little bit because it's like just 2 minutes of a lot of time wasting. Okay, so he transforms here, which is fine. Nothing much changes, right? He gets to nuke everything, good stuff. But the big difference is somewhere around 1 minute 15 seconds here. So after Gaius has taken a couple of turns and he transforms back somewhere over here. Okay, so now he's going to transform. And this is the nerf here. Can you see that? So his third skill actually has a cooldown of 2 turns. It's not 1 turn. So what we are seeing right now is that Gaius, whenever he transforms back into his normal mode, he would have 1 turn cooldown on his third skill. And I will show in just a bit as well. But now he has 2 turns cooldown. And the problem with this is now after using his second skill, he cannot transform back into his God King state instantly, or rather on his next turn. He will have to waste 1 of his turns using his normal skill 1 attack. So let's just take a look. I mean, it tells a story on its own, right? So we're gonna skip a little bit in front. Yeah, so now he has to use his first skill over here. I mean, I guess we never really had to use his first skill on his normal mode. Or rather, I have never ever felt like I needed to use it. I think going back into his God King state was like the best choice always. But let's just check this out. So on the right, this is the Origin Miracle server. Shout out to you guys are awesome. On the left, we have the current global/honor server here. So this is my Gaius. I'm gonna transform back. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so there you go, 1 turn cooldown on my third skill. So the thing is, it is not mentioned in the testing server that they have incurred this nerf, right? So is it really a shadow nerf or what? We do not know. It is a shadow nerf in the testing server itself, but will they reflect this change in our server when the update drops? Well, hopefully they do so that it's not a shadow nerf, because this is a big change. So right now, all I need to do is just use my second skill, and then I can go back into my God King state on my next turn, which is why Gaius is so strong. He can just transform back and forth. But now the question is, how does this truly affect Gaius in gameplay? So because the only problem is when he wants to transform back into his God King state, I would say most of the problem comes from the Dark Starlord and the Dislyte lens in terms of your speed tuning, in terms of the order of your attacks, or rather mostly for the Dislyte lens in my opinion. As for PvP, I think it affects him just a little bit, but in most cases, you will be able to end the fight by just transforming to your God King state and then using your second skill. Most of the time that's going to work. But on the off chance that you're not able to kill the enemies, for some reason you want to transform back, it wouldn't be so easy for you to transform back into his God King state. So I think in most cases, it kind of just affects like your decision making in terms of PvP. Like if you want to transform back into your normal mode, you really need to think about it, because now you cannot just simply transform back into your God King mode afterwards for another round of AoE damage. So this is the upcoming Gaius nerf that is probably going to arrive in about a week's time. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. How do you feel about this change? I personally feel like it doesn't really affect his kit all that much. I still feel like he is extremely overpowered and the developers have completely missed the mark on what makes him so strong. Not saying that I advocate for nerfing or buffing or any of that kind of stuff. I personally don't feel like nerfing is always a smart move. I personally feel like nerfing kind of kills the game in a lot of sense. The best thing that developers can do is to release espers that are not so overpowered and not so broken. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video. And by the way, there will be a slew of bugs when the update drops.